Hi everyone, it's Jeje here and welcome to BeeColorful. As I already said in the last video, today we're gonna create a card using the beautiful special papers included in the Tonic Craft Kit 44. A monthly kit from Tonic Studios with a Christmas theme. I'm gonna create 3 cards at the same time, focusing on using the craft paper, special papers and the dies included in the kit. The latter 2 will be the focal point, and I'm gonna create a card with a traditional and rustic Christmas style. So let's start right away. So these are 3 of the special papers included in the kit that I'm gonna use in my card and that I'm gonna highlight. As card basis, I'm gonna use the ready-made craft paper card included in the kit, which have the standard American A2 size I usually use. That is 4¼ by 5½ inches. I'm gonna use them horizontally, creating landscape cards. For all the 3 cards, I'm gonna create panels using craft paper. So I'm going to cut out 2 panels that 4¼ by 5½ inches. And I divide them in 2 by making an oblique cut. On the first panel, one of the halves is larger than the other. On the second panel, however, I make an oblique cut in the center, more or less. Next, on the oblique side of each panel, I'm gonna create a decorated border using the dies of the kit, which, as you can see, do not cover the entire length. So I'm gonna repeat the die cut 2 times in order to decorate the entire edge. And these are all the panels for the 3 cards, 1 small, 2 medium and 1 a little bit big. For a card, I'm gonna use the smaller panel together with one of the medium panels, arranging them in this way. The central space will be occupied by the red embossed paper of the kit. For the second card, I'm gonna use the larger panel and the metallic green cotton paper. For the third card, I'm gonna use the other medium panel and the white craft paper with red foil stripes. Now for each panel of craft paper, I'm gonna create finishing edges. For the card with the red embossed paper, I'm going to use the red glitter paper. For the card with the green cotton paper, I'm going to use this white pearlescent paper, always included in the kit. Finally, for the card with the red and white stripes, I'm going to use the green classic card. After cutting out the excesses, I'm going to glue everything on the card bases, using some foam tape to glue the craft paper panels, just to have different levels of thickness. Okay, now let's move on to the sentiment, for which, as I already said, I'm gonna use the dies from the kit. But of course you can use any sentiment you have in your stash, or replace it with some nice decoration, such as poinsettias, Christmas baubles, snowflakes. In short, if you have a slightly large focal point, you can replace the sentiment that I'm gonna use. So, first of all, I get the outlines of the sentiment, Yuletide and holidays on white cardstock, Christmas on the pearlescent white paper. Then, for each sentiment, I am going to die cut the base with the appropriate die. For Yuletide, I am using white cardstock. For holidays, I am going to use the iridescent green paper. For Christmas, I'm going to use a gold satin mirror card, not included in the kit. As for the internal part of Yuletide, I'm going to do the paper piecing or inlay die cutting technique. by die cutting Yule on the green classic card. And tied on the red embossed paper and on the white pearlescent paper. I'm going to alternate the two colors, creating red and white pearlescent lines. Okay, for the other two sentiments, I'm just going to glue the outlines on the bases. Now I can glue the sentiment onto the cards, adding thickness so that they are on the same level as the craft paper panels. Great! Obviously, I have to complete the sentiment. It makes no sense to leave only Christmas. So I'm going to add Merry Little to Yuletide, stamping with clear Versamark ink and heat embossing it with white embossing powder. For Christmas, I'm going to stamp Merry Little on white pearlescent paper, again with the clear Versamark ink, and heat embossing it with the red glitter embossing powder from the kit. I then cut out the sentiment by creating a strip of paper and added finishing borders of gold satin paper. Finally, for holidays, I'm going to stamp wishes with Versamark ink and emboss it with a clear glitter embossing powder. I just have to add some finishing touches. A bit of sequins here. and also a bit of glitter, which can never be missing at Christmas. On the green card, I'm going to create a few drops here and there with the Crystal Drops Bottle Green and Ivory Shell. A few drops of the red Nuvo vintage drop included in the kit here. Maybe even a touch of glitter, why not? Very well. You are the best judge. I tried to fix it, but these Nuvo drops stains a lot, so I can only cover the damage with something. For that I die cut some holly leaves and glue them both on the stain and on another spot. Okay, I finish adding a few more red drops and a couple of golden drops too. Thus ending this 3 card. And that's all for today. I hope these 3 cards give you an idea on how to use the special papers by Tonic Studios. Tell me in the comment which of the 3 cards you liked the most. Maybe for me, I don't know, I think my favorite is the Yuletide one because I like elf colors. If you liked the video, let me know by leaving me a thumbs up and a comment and subscribing to my channel. It will be amazing for me. So thank you for joining with me. See you next time. Bye bye and be colorful.